Good morning from Shanghai, China. Today is Tuesday and I just arrived in China. And it's very cold to what I'm used to in Sri Lanka for the last months. This is going to be the last full week before the marathon, because next week on Sunday I will run my first ever marathon in Tokyo. I'm feeling very good about it. I'm feeling very confident. This week I will have 4 trainings, actually 5. So yesterday on Monday I started my week with some stretching, some mobility exercises in the morning. And I do these mobility exercises because I had some pain in my groins and I know that I'm overusing my legs right now and I do need to relax them, and I hope that these exercises will help me with that. These are great exercises to do in the morning. I felt so great after doing it. I felt very energized and my body felt just very relaxed. It really helps to relax the tight muscles in my legs. Then later on the day I went to the gym and I did a leg workout to strengthen my legs. I did a barbell squat. I do it 4 sets and each set I increase the number of weights. After that I did a leg press and I do the same 4 sets. Each set I increase the number of weights. Then I also trained my calves and here I do the same 4 sets. Each set I increase the number of weights. And then I did some exercises to train my hamstring. And that was it, because the gym did not have any more machines to train my legs. That's alright. On Tuesday I will not do a run. Tomorrow on Wednesday I have my first running training. It's going to be a 10-kilometer interval training. 2 kilometers warm up, 6 times 800 meters at a fast pace, 2 minutes a slow walk, and then 2 kilometers cool down. Then on Thursday I will do a 12-kilometer tempo run with a target pace of 5:30 per kilometer. Then on Saturday I have my long distance run. It's going to be 20 kilometers. I will run it at a target pace of 5:30 to 5:40, which is also going to be my marathon pace. So it's going to be very important that I'm able to keep that pace, because otherwise I should probably change my strategy. And then on Sunday I will do a 6-kilometer recovery run. And the recovery run will be at a pace of just 6 minutes per kilometer. And that are going to be the trainings for this week. I just started tapering, which means that I will decrease the intensity of my trainings compared to the previous weeks. So that's why I run less kilometers. Last long distance run was 28 kilometers, now it's 20. And next week I will even further decrease the length of the trainings, the number of kilometers, and also the paces. That way I can give my body some more rest, so I'm well prepared for the race next week. So now I will take some more rest. I had a long flight last night and I see you tomorrow at the interval run. Freaking cold. Still, I don't have any long shirts with me, so I have to run this. I don't care. Today I'm going to do an interval training. I will do a 2-kilometer warm-up, 6 times 800 meters fast pace, and then I will do 2 minutes of a walk in between, and then I will do a 2-kilometer cool down, and then I will call it a day. So let's go. With my 2-kilometer warm-up at 5:25, so let's go with the interval. First interval at 4:50. I feel really great today for running. So now 2 minutes of walking and then I start running again. Second interval at 4:07. Fast one.
So in between my runs I drink Pocari Sweat, a sports drink that's also served at the Tokyo Marathon. It contains a lot of electrolytes and sugar, which helps me to stay hydrated and energized.
Third interval at 4:25. 4 at 4:20. And fifth interval at 4:30. And it's my 6th interval at 4:30. So I will slow down for 2 minutes and then I will have a cool down for the last 2 kilometers. So today
Hello?
So after my run I got back to the hotel, I took a shower and now I'm here at the bund in Shanghai. Look at this, how beautiful. So today's run was a 10 kilometer interval. It took 56 minutes and I had an average pace of 5:41, which is very fast considering that it's an interval. And especially comparing it to the intervals I had in the previous weeks, which were all pretty slow. They were all like in the, I think around 6:15. So that's a massive improvement. And that's of course because of the temperature. Today it's between 5 and 8 degrees. So it's really cold, especially comparing it to the temperature in Sri Lanka. So I feel that the run was so much easier. I barely sweat during the whole run, and it was so weird because of course in Sri Lanka when it's like between 30 and 35 degrees, you sweat so much, and here barely sweat anything. Because I ran in the heat in Sri Lanka, my sweating mechanism is actually optimized. At least that's what I've read online. So it's really good to work out in a hot climate. You will sweat less when you work out in a colder climate. And also working out in a hot climate is very good for your heart. You will see massive improvements in your endurance. And that's now what I see. Like I've trained for months in the hot climate, and now I work out once in a cold climate, and it's already so much better. So for the next 9 days I will stay in China, which means that I will be able to train in this temperature. After that I will go to Tokyo, and in Tokyo it will be a little bit warmer. I think it will be around 10 degrees. Let's call it a day, and I will have the next run tomorrow. So outfit check. It's 5 degrees outside, but yeah, I'm going to run like this because I don't have any other clothes with me. Today I will do a tempo run of 12 kilometer at a target pace of 5:30. Last week I did it at 14 kilometers, so 2 less. One at 5:29, 2 at 5:44. 3 at 5:23, 4 at 5:42, 5 at 5:06, 6 at 5:30, 7 at 5:34, 8 at 5:33, 9 at 5:35, 10 at 5:26, 11 at 5:32, and 12, the last one at 4:55. So that was the 12 kilometer tempo run. I had an average pace of 5:28 while my target pace was 5:30. That means that I was faster. For this run I did not use any energy gels. For me it was quite an easy run. I just had some food before the run. I drank some electrolytes, even though I'm not sweating that much here. Tomorrow I will go to the gym, do some upper body workouts, and then on Saturday I will have my last long distance run before the marathon, and that long distance run will be 20 kilometers.
Every morning, but also before every run, I make sure that I take the time for a proper warm-up. These stretches and exercises help prepare my body, increasing flexibility and blood flow to my muscles. Warming up not only improves my performance, but also reduces the risk of injuries, which is especially important as I had some groin pains in recent weeks. It's a small but essential step in ensuring that I can run longer, stronger, and of course safer.
Good morning. I'm here in Shanghai at the Zhouzhuang River, and it's Saturday morning around 10 a.m. And today I'm going to do a long distance run of 20 kilometers. It's not going to be that long, and the target pace for today is between 5:30 and 5:40. I hope to get as close as to 5:30 as possible. I did my warm-up, so I'm ready to go. 1 at 5:50, 2 at 5:56, 3 at 5:39, 4 at 5:26, 5 at 5:27, 6 at 5:16, 7 at 5:17, 8 at 5:24, 9 at 5:24, 10 at 5:21, 11 at 5:24, 12 at 5:18. Sometimes you have these days that you want to run, but your body says nope, today is such a day for me. I felt a bit sick this morning. I still do, but I know that I have to run. During this run, which is kind of hard, my brain is telling me like, oh, you're already at 8, you're already at 10, you can stop now, you deserve some rest. Fuck off, brain, I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to give up. 13 at 5:21, 14 at 5:20, 15 at 5:24, 16 at 5:11, 17 at 5:10, few seconds break. (18 at 5:21, 19 at 5:26, and 20 at 5:11. I really look fried. This morning I felt sick. I catch the cold. Of course I know why, because I'm running like this. It's fine, because I would have catched that cold either way. As in Tokyo, it's going to be the same temperature. So it was a good decision to go to China first so I could adapt to this weather. And because of that I felt so terrible today. Anyway, I still did it. Even though this was one of the worst runs, I think it's still one of the most important, because these type of runs really count. It would be so easy to just find an excuse to not run today, but I didn't do that. I was mentally strong enough to still do it. So now I'm going back to the hotel. I'm going to take a warm shower. After the run I totally forgot to discuss the pace. So the target pace, as I said, was between 5:30 and 5:40. But in the end, the average pace turned out to be 5:25. Especially in the first 3 kilometers, my pace was too slow. It was out of the 5:30, 5:40 range. However, after that, every kilometer was under the 5:30. I had a few kilometers that were around like 5:10, 5:11, but most of them were like 5:26, 5:25, 5:24. So that's a really good sign. I hope that I can continue with this pace for the full marathon. At least this gave me a lot of confidence today. Because if I can run this pace while I'm sick, then I'm also very confident that next week when I feel better, I can sustain the same pace for a longer distance. Good afternoon from Zhouzhuang, an ancient Chinese town. I arrived here today on Sunday, last day of the week. And even though in this town itself I can't really run, if I walk for a few minutes I'm out of the town. And there I can do my recovery run. I will run it at a pace of 6 per kilometer. 1 at 5:55, 2 at 6:14, 3 at 6:19, 4 at 6:03, 5 at 5:55, 6 at 5:57. That was such a nice recovery run today. So I finished 6 kilometers at a pace of 6:05. So with that was also the last training of this week. And as it is Sunday today, it means that in exactly 1 week today, I will run the marathon. I will share 3 more trainings, and after that I will share my marathon. So with that being said, thank you for watching to this video, and see you next week.